Hey guys, so I just got off of work and we're gonna run up and pick those cows up. What we decided to do is actually end up meeting the guy about an hour from here. It would be about an hour and a half trip for him because they got 17 inches of snow and he's super busy, and he asked if I'd meet and I said yeah, no problem. So he saved us a lot of time by not sitting around the day at the sale barn, so we're gonna go meet him up there at the vet clinic and then switch the cows around, come back and unload them. So let's get going. Yeah. Alright, morning guys. So today is the next day after we got the cows. It got real late last night. Well, not late, but it got real dark. So I didn't get to show you guys the cows too good. They came off the trailer really easy. But we're going to head back out there this morning and we're going to take a look at them, make sure they settled in, didn't run through the electric fence or anything. And then I need to get some cattle numbers, tag numbers off of some of the cows that are there anyways. Going back through my book system here, I realized that I didn't write down my 2013 year olds and when I bought them last spring. So I had them on a piece of paper when I took them to pasture, and then when I picked them up, I jotted down on that paper their tag numbers, but me not thinking, I threw it away. So because I thought I had it in my book, but I do not. So this video is going to be a little bit of informational video. Come on. So this video is going to talk about cows and records and that type of stuff. So I told you in one of my last videos that I kind of talk about these cows that I bought, why I bought them, and why I paid a little extra for them. Well, here's the thing. So I bought these cows. I knew who they were coming from. The guy that brought down cows last year for me to watch over the winter, he raises cows, AIs them, sells them. Well, he had a couple second and third calvers that he didn't sell last year because of a blizzard. And that's primarily what I wanted, was second calvers. So I talked to him over the phone. He told me when the sale was. We went up there to that sale, and I paid a little extra for them compared to the going price because I knew that they had good genetics. And what that means is they have good body frames. They came from good cows. They breed easy. They calve easy. Good weight, just all around general good cows. Now I got rid of all my fall cows. I still have 5 of them here that are getting bred over the winter that were open, and then I will sell them in the spring. I'm going to all spring cows, and my reason for that is just to be more organized, It's going to be easier to have them all calve in the same time of year than 2 separate times for the amount of cows that I have. Now, if I had 100 of each, it'd be a different story. But having these cows, I cut back my herd a little bit. I'm down to about 35 head because, well, right now I have 35 spring cows or 24 spring cows. Right now I have 34 spring cows and 5 fall cows, which the 5 are going to go away. And then over time, I'm going to hold back calves from these groups, and I'm going to hold back maybe, say, 2 heifers a year, whatever I'm feeling, and just add to my herd that way instead of going out and buying them every time. Now, I could have done that from the beginning, but if I was to buy 2 cows, hold both their calves back, then the next year I'd have 4 cows, and then if I had all steers, well, then I'm not having any cows. So just take a lot longer to build my herd up, and which is fine, because then if you look at it that way, your herd is paid for. If you hold back, your herd's paid for. But the problem with that is sometimes it's a lot more of a hassle to feed, say, 2 or 3 cows than it would be to just have a few of them and make it worthwhile, pay off your note on them, and then start. So that's what I'm doing right now. So that being said, this is the traditional booking that I used. You know, everybody's probably got their own way of keeping track of books. You know, these are my pregnancy sheets. You know, tag, bred month, pregnant, late, open, born. Does the calf work? Was it a bull calf? Was it a heifer? So that's how I normally did stuff, but holding calves back, you don't want to do any inbreeding, which would be, you want to make sure you keep the dad separate from the one you're going to keep. So I've been kind of looking around for an easier way to do this, and I came across cattlemax. Cattlemax is an online deal that allows you to put all your information onto it, as much or as little as you want, and then it keeps track of everything, and it'll actually keep track of that cow for the whole lifespan of that cow. So I've been spending the last few days going into cattlemax here and just kind of entering my herd in. And what I've been wanting to do is hold back 2 of my calves this year that came from a different guy that I bought. So I bought some cows that were bred, and they came from his bull, so there's no inbreeding. So I want to hold 2 of them back. But what I did is I went back 2 years and put in information into these cows. So I don't have them all yet, but right now it says I have 30 active cows, 3 active bulls, and 17 active calves. Well, if I click on the cows, what comes up is a list of tag numbers, their breed, when the cow was born, and then if they're open or pregnant. So let's take these. Quiet. Hey! So these new cows that I bought, like 626, that's one of the tag numbers. I click on that. That cow was AI'd in May 30th. Purchased from on that date. They were confirmed pregnant by ultrasound on the same date that I bought them, and their expected due date is the 10th. Now, I checked back with the owner that had them before me, and he said that they are due March 10th for 3 days. So I wrote down here in my comment section, due date March 10 for 3 days. So it's got the tag number, what the brand is, cow, black markings, active, current age is 3 years and 9 months. Date of birth was 3/10 of 2016. Purchased, who from, tells me all the info on that cow. This information just allows me to look back and see what cow they're calved to, and knowing that, now I know what bulls to put their heifers in with, or to make sure I need to keep them out of that pen. So I'm really happy with the system so far. I'm still getting used to it. There's a lot more you can do. There's a lot more I have to do yet, include entering another set of cows that I don't have numbers to. And then to get their last year's calves that we just weaned. And then in here, I will go in and show that we weaned them, gave them shots, what I gave them for shots, and then I'll show that they got rebred this summer to both bulls, and then they are due this spring. So I got a lot more to enter in here. This system's really cool. This isn't sponsored or anything, but I'm just showing you how I'm keeping track this year instead of paper and pen and paper. Now this system is online, it's not an app, but you can get it, through any web browser. So your computer, your iPad, your cell phone, and you can do all the same information. So if you're out calving and you have your phone, you just click in there calved on today's date and write down the number that you're gonna tag it with. So I got a lot more information to put into this system to really like it, but it's cattlemax is the name of it. And I really like it. So far it can do way more than I ever want to do. I mean, you can put financial stuff in here, herd health, financial, equipment, yearlings, the weaning. It shows you the stages, so you'll go from breeding to pregnancy checking to calving to weaning to yearling back to breeding. So it's really cool system. I really like it. I'm excited to keep using it. Well guys, that's how I am keeping track of all my bookwork this year on cattle. If you're interested in it, just look it up. It's called cattlemax. They give you a free trial. I think it's like $9 a month maybe, and then they have a yearly special. But it's a really good way to keep track of your herd if you're looking into doing a bunch of different things with them, and keeping them, holding some back, and you don't want to write it down on paper, and you always want to have it on your phone or your computer. So that's why I'm trying it out, and so far I'm really loving it. I got a lot more information to put in there yet, and I think it's just going to be kind of a long winter process of putting the past 2 years of my cows into there. But that's what I'm doing with that. This video is a lot of talk and not a lot of show, but that's just kind of what this video is about. Kind of tell you what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and how I'm doing it. So be on the lookout for the next video. We'll be working in the shop and going forward from there. We got farming and cattle, and hopefully doing some stock shredding as well. So alright guys, that's all I got for you on this video. Make sure and hit that subscribe button. If you haven't, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.